You're listening to Greetings from Austin. I'm Alisa.
And I'm Jenny.
We're here to share all things lifestyle, real estate, design, and more.
As Austin natives and agents with combined 28 years experience, we're excited to bring you new episodes weekly.
Thanks for joining us today. Hi, Jenny.
Hey, Lisa, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great.
Good. We're talking fall 2022 design trends.
As the seasons change, we love to watch the design trends change too. If you've spent any time on social media lately, you're probably aware of some of these trends and have maybe even heard about some things that are going to be out of style too. Here's the scoop.
So first up, checkerboard. I'm seeing it everywhere, and I'm kind of into it. What about you?
I have not noticed it.
Not yet.
I think of Vans when I think of checkerboard.
I do too.
But
they're also back. I feel like they were not super popular.
Yeah.
And then I think it's been like a year or so that the checkered Vans are everywhere. My son has them.
Cute.
I
love them.
I'm about ready to hop on the trend again.
Yeah.
I used to have a pair a long time ago, but I think I'm ready for another pair.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing checkerboard rugs, which I kind of like. And I thought I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But I think in the right area, it's really kind of fun.
Huh.
And more timeless than I think I thought it would be. Even though it feels trendy, if it looks good in the room and is in the right spot, I think it can.
I'll have to look up some pictures. It sounds pretty neat.
I'm trying to think of where else I've seen it. I mean, I've been seeing pillows, like just lots of textile things, gotcha. I think. And even, I guess, some pieces of furniture. They're doing like a checkered board style wood staining for different things that I'm seeing sometimes.
Okay. Sounds neat.
Yeah, it's very trendy.
Another thing that is really, it's always been popular, but even more so is outdoor living. Outdoor living spaces have become a bigger deal over the last few years. And part of that may be because more people are working from home and they're just needing an extension of their living space.
I agree. I think that outdoor living spaces have always been a thing, but before COVID, I think they weren't as big of a deal. And then COVID hit and everybody was at home. And then I think that it's stuck. We're still seeing outdoor living spaces.
I think people invested a lot more into their homes and making it, just as big as possible. And then, a lot of people ended up moving because they realized they were going to be at home more. So it needed to be more spacious and have more things.
Yeah, I know. I agree. I think that it's been just kind of growing in popularity over the years. Like I'm seeing more fully designed outdoor living spaces, whereas that wasn't as popular a couple of years ago. And maybe more pools being put in. What do you think?
Oh yeah, for sure. Pool companies are so super far busy, booked out. You can't even get them to call you back.
Yeah. So I think that kind of goes along with it. Like it's
just investing more in their home, realizing they could potentially get stuck at home or working more from home or just not as much travel. I know travel's gotten a lot more back to normal, but I think in my houses that I build, I always do, like, it's funny that we're about to do the outdoor kitchen and finish out the masonry on the fireplace in this house today.
Yeah, while we're here.
waiting for them.
Yeah, for a few hours.
Yeah, to come. But I do believe in having great outdoor spaces because we spend a lot of time outside.
Yeah, and it's easier to find things for them now too, I think.
Yeah.
With that popularity, there's just a lot of options for where to buy things for your outdoor spaces. And
I'm excited. That couch I have covered out there is a white CB2 couch. I'm excited to uncover it, but I've been waiting for this mason to come and do all the cutting and get the dust out of the way before I do so.
Before you let it be shown.
Yes.
Smart. Okay, next one. Next one is kind of on the color trends. So warm, earthy colors. Think olive green, tans, browns, and then like rich jewel tone colors. Like the chairs we're sitting in are this really pretty jewel tone. I feel like that's super popular.
And like we painted the outside of this house black.
Yeah.
It's actually a really, really dark blue, but it looks black. Yeah, in certain light, it can look dark blue.
Okay. I would notice that. I'll have to look closer next time I go out.
And kitchen cabinets, the same.
Yeah. And that's popular right now. I'm seeing more things that are dark color, like a house painted solid black, which we weren't seeing that a few years ago.
Not at all.
No. Okay. Next one. Curves and arches are so popular right now. And I haven't decided how I feel about this one. I like modern and clean lines. Like I like things to be squared off usually. But there are some things that I'm seeing with those curves and arches that could be temporary that I think I might like hutches or like armoires or even like curved mirrors. I'm seeing that.
Okay.
And I think I could get on that.
Yes, I could get on board with that too. But yeah, I guess whenever you said that, I was thinking in the house, like doorways and cabinet faces and all of that. And I really just don't like that.
Which I'm seeing. If you are online and you're browsing home design trends or on your social media, I follow a lot of design people on social media. I'm seeing people put in archways again. Granted,
I could see it like in a Santa Barbara style house or something like that, but not just a normal basic house.
Yeah.
I don't think that would.
And I didn't like the curve trend that we've kind of seen previously where it's that like, it's not a full curve. It's like partially curved at the top and then it squares out and goes straight down.
Yes.
I don't like that. If it's going to be a curve, I want it to be like a full curve.
Yeah.
No hard edges. But even then, I'm kind of with you. I think it depends on the style of the house. Again, I could do a curved mirror and I think that's really pretty.
Totally. I could too.
Yeah. So I can halfway get on board with that trend.
Yeah. I mean, West Elm and CB2 has really cool curved mirrors. Well, curved at the top and then they straighten out at the bottom.
Yeah. I like that.
Me too. Wallpaper has really come back in. It's funny because in the 90s, there was a lot of really ugly wallpaper.
Yes.
And I know I've sold quite a few houses in this one neighborhood up north, Austin. And the number one thing I would have people do was take out the wallpaper. And I even had the guy to do it, the painter, in the bathrooms, in the kitchen. That's the first thing we would do to update their house is take out the wallpaper. So it's funny that now I love wallpaper, but it has to be cool wallpaper. But it really can change the entire feel of a room. For instance, the room we're in right now, it's painted all white, but I plan on doing on this back wall, and I don't know what yet. I haven't gotten that far, but I plan on doing wallpaper there.
Yeah.
And then just accents of it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do some in a couple of other bedrooms and in the living area, maybe behind the bar. But I just want to take my time and really get some cool ideas.
Pick the right choices that will be a little more timeless, huh?
Yeah. I have a great installer, but what was he telling me? His favorite place is Flavor Paper. It's online.
Paper.
I think that's what it's called.
Okay.
And it is super expensive, I believe. But I looked it up briefly, but it does have some cool stuff. But I like, I haven't bought from Spoonflower yet, but they have a bunch of fun different designs. And then York, I think it's York & Co. York. It seems to, I think I've bought directly from their website, but if not, then I've bought through another website. But that brand, they have really good quality.
Okay.
But yeah, the quality is what really makes a difference.
Oh my gosh. I love these. Spoonflower and Flavor Paper. So Spoonflower has some really cute designs for removable wallpaper, which I've thought about trying at my house because I kind of like a DIY project.
You would love it.
Okay.
Yes. I have a girlfriend that does that. And even the Target, they have some Target wallpaper that's cute. But maybe Spoonflower would just more unique for sure.
Yeah.
But she has done it like she just had babies and she did it in the nursery. It looks designer.
Yeah.
You would love it.
Did she do it herself?
She did it herself. Yeah.
Okay. I can't decide if I would be frustrated with matching the patterns. Maybe I'd choose something easy. Maybe I would, but my husband would probably be more patient about that than me. But I like a DIY project, so maybe I'll try that.
I like hiring people.
Yeah. I know.
No, I had this guy in one of my houses that they just did a real bad. They talked a big game about how good they were, and they came in and they were messy. And I lived in the house at the time. They left glue on the floor, big old globs of glue. Didn't even clean up after themselves. Just were not meticulous. And you really need someone that's meticulous. The guy that I have now, oh my gosh, he is insane, and he just walks in. He is all about wallpaper, like just his whole body language. Like I am the man. That's kind of what
I love it.
He's amazing, and he has all the right tools and just knows exactly and has a laser level and is just
No.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Oh,
see, because I am that kind of
Beautiful.
person that's like, okay, if I got the pattern off, I did it myself, it would drive me crazy.
Yeah.
So I need to think about that.
yeah.
But I love wallpaper. I'm really excited for this trend to be back. I think it's fun and easy to be trendy, especially if you do a removable in a smaller area.
Mm-hmm.
You can do something really trendy and fun. If it's out of trend,
Change it.
It's not that big of a deal.
For sure.
Yeah,
Like
I like
kids'
that.
rooms or entryways or just anywhere you have, I guess kids' rooms are not small walls, but
Well, but they do change so fast. So like
Yeah.
I was thinking about my son's room when you said you should try it.
yeah.
That would be my first room.
Only thing you have to be careful about is textured walls.
Yeah.
And so that's where prep comes in, is you really need to smooth out the walls.
Yeah. And I've seen that. I have read from other people who've done the temporary wallpaper that they did not sand their walls,
Oh.
but they chose a very patterned print
And
that was
couldn't see it?
busy and
Okay.
it really concealed the texture.
Nice. Okay. I
don't
guess
know
it
how
just
it felt.
depends on how textured your walls are.
Yeah. Like my houses are Monterey drag. So they've got like a decent amount of flat spots. So I think I thought about like how would it stick there if it would adhere quite as well.
I'd probably sand it.
And that would be my preference because I like things to look just so. But, if I didn't want to try sanding it because I didn't want to have to retexture if I got tired of the wallpaper, maybe I'd try a spot just to see what I thought. So I'll report back.
Okay. Let me know.
Yeah. Okay, so next up, we're talking about textured fabrics. I feel like that's really coming back. I've been seeing those boucle upholstered chairs everywhere, or sofas, or whatever it happens to be, but that's super popular, and I kind of like it. I think it's fun to add some texture in.
Yeah, and I just learned just like right this few minutes what boucle was. I had no idea, but I have seen it everywhere, and it's like fuzzy material. Would you call it fuzzy?
Yeah.
Comfy.
Kind of like, I think it almost looks naughty. I'll be honest, I had to Google how you're supposed to pronounce that word. And I at first I put in translate and it said loop. So I'm wondering if that's the translation for it. Because it is like a loop, like kind of naughty.
No, I love it. I think it's great. It looks super comfy, and I like how it looks.
I don't know that my house is ready for it with a 1 and 4-year-old.
Yeah, it
because
needs to be
cleaning it-
washable. Yeah. Needs
But
to be washable.
I love the look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And I think it goes for other things, not just the boucle. It's other textured fabrics are really in. Like that blanket you just showed me. Kind of has like a wavy texture to it.
True.
Yeah.
Comfy.
The next thing on the list is dark, moody kitchens. I recently read that white kitchens are going out of style. And I kind of died a little bit because I love a classic just white kitchen. And I think that can't go out of style. But
I like it if you already have it. I think it's great. But if you're going to do a new kitchen, I don't know. I don't think that's the way to go. To me, it's sort of been there, done that.
Yeah, I know. And like your kitchen in your house that you are in now is black, right?
Yeah, we just did a black kitchen. Yeah.
Yeah. And I keep seeing that everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was hard to commit to that, but now that it's done, I really like it.
Yeah. Well, you were very like ahead of the trend, so good for you.
Well, I kind of just didn't know what else to do, so I just did that.
Yeah. Good choice.
I did a blue on, it's a super dark blue, but this black kitchen is, but I did a blue and white oak on my last kitchen, and I think it came out great. I just wanted to do something a little different. Yeah, I think dark colors in general, like we painted the outside black, and my husband taught me into doing that and showed me a lot of pictures that really I think Instagram, I am not a big Instagram user, trying to get better, and I do really enjoy it, but I think he was seeing it a lot on there.
Okay, and I feel like that's where I get a lot of my design stuff.
Trendy. Yeah,
It's
up to date.
Yeah, I follow a lot of designers and a lot of people that...
I do too. I don't get on social media a ton. I try not to.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy it
in a lot of ways.
So next is using wood for design on the wall. I just saw a really cool remodel that someone had done on a house in Circle C, and they had done, and I've seen this several times and I really like it, but I've actually, well, no, I've done it with cabinets, but they get the trim and they do some sort of design on the wall and then they paint it. And I've seen it painted like dark colors mostly.
Yeah.
And it really, she showed the living room before and it was just a plain, boring white wall and white room. And then she did this and it just changes, it really warms up the room. It's a lot, I would say it's comparable or better than wallpaper.
Yeah.
And I've also seen lately where I think it's called fluted wood, but it's the thin strips of wood to paneling to put on an interior wall. And I think I'm going to try it in this house. But it just really modernizes the look and adds a lot of dimension.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what that's called. I think I keep hearing it referred to as a statement wall.
Okay, statement wall.
There might be another term for it. I don't know. Okay, next up, statement lighting. I feel like there's a lot of statement things in our trend look for the season.
Yeah.
And I guess we're kind of, it makes sense.
The season of statement.
Yeah. So statement lighting is one that I can really get into. I feel like you've put a lot of statement lighting pieces into your house.
Okay.
Recently. Like I'm thinking like the basket weave, the textured metals, I keep seeing the fringy lights, like with fringe or some sort of fabric, which I like.
This light above us. I haven't gotten to it, but I've got the little is it capis? The little, they look like seashells.
Okay.
I don't know that that's a trend or anything, but I just like different textures.
That's a statement light, so
yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah. But those hang down. It's just going to take a while to get them on.
This is a job for me.
I'll call you. You like doing that stuff.
Like, yeah. Come over.
Yeah, the electricians, they're like, oh, we'll do it. And I was like, no.
I don't want to pay you for that.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, so I'm into that one. I like that. And there's so many places to find them.
I when I build houses, I put pendant lights and for sure the primary bedroom, and then a lot of times like the main guest, and like for instance this house I did lights and the wall upstairs and one bedroom, and then pendants. I just love I did wall lights both upstairs, pendant lights in bedrooms downstairs. But I feel like at the end of a build or remodel, that is a way to really dress up the house, is with lighting fixtures, and I call it the jewelry of the house.
I love that.
Yeah,
I really love that. I haven't heard that before.
I came up with that.
I love it. Trademarks. Okay, next one. Are you ready for it? Again.
Oh, got it. Statement hardware.
Oh. Again, with all the statement pieces.
Yep.
We like our statements.
Yeah. So, for instance, this house, I did that knurled hardware. It was an M-Tech. The M-Tech was a brand that I founded, and I had already done Brizzo plumbing fixtures that had the knurl on the handle and then on the edge, and so I just wanted to carry out throughout the house, and also like it prevents fingerprints on the hardware. So I thought that was kind of a double win.
Yeah, that's what's in the kitchen, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so
I did it everywhere.
I think
I
that
matched
that's
it everywhere.
the Restoration Hardware
Oh,
started that
that trend.
little bit of a trend.
Okay.
And now I'm seeing it all over the
I
place.
did
We'll
it
put a
all over
picture in
this
the blog.
house. I mixed colors. I did some chrome. All in the kitchen is all brass. I think I did one matte black. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but all the same.
Yeah, which I like.
Yeah.
And then like here in the closet you have acrylic, which I also like. I think it's trendy.
Yeah.
It's now. And then I feel like even just size, don't you feel like people are opting for a bigger size right now?
Maybe. I felt like on the black cabinets in the kitchen I just did, I wanted to break it up, and that's why I went with like just a lot bigger handles than I normally do. Pulls.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, next one. I'm kind of excited about this one. You're going to be like, what is this?
Yeah, I don't know this one.
So, warm minimalism. The real like name for it is Japandi.
I've never heard of
So,
that.
it's a new thing, and
Okay.
it's a mix between Japanese and Scandinavian style.
Oh.
And I kind of like the minimalist style, but sometimes I think it can feel really cold. So I really like this because it's all about warming it up. So it's still minimal, it's still kind of more modern, but it's warm. It's lots of textures and warm colors, but keeping it neutral and minimalist.
I should have called you about my design stuff because you're very much in the know.
I love it. I really, I mean, my house is not perfect. It's not perfectly designed. I don't have time to like do that at this very moment of my life. And I also have young kids. So, but one day, like, and I do feel like overall, I like things to be minimal. Like my mom walks into my house and she's like, oh,
Where's everything?
all the walls are clear and you don't stuff on the floor everywhere. And cause I just don't like all the things.
I am the same way. Yeah. I was not raised that way, but I became that way.
Same. Yeah.
And then, and being in real estate and counseling people on that my entire career, it just made me even more that way. Because I feel like you can't teach it unless you actually do it.
I agree with that.
And live that way.
Yeah. So you'll have to look up Japandi.
I will. When I write this blog, I will figure all this stuff out. I'll become so much just more well-rounded. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The next few things. Retro, I feel like is back, and I feel like that's kind of along the lines of that checkerboard that we talked about at the beginning. Things are just coming back right now, and I'm seeing it everywhere, like clothing. I'm seeing a lot of more retro style clothing really come back and be really popular, but it's coming back in the design trends too.
My daughter is wearing like Pink Floyd shirts and Sublime, and I'm seeing other kids. Yeah.
I'm seeing
to wear
flare pants are back.
Yeah. Oh, true. Oh, my daughter forced me, not flare pants, but to buy bigger jeans the other day. And I was like, where's this coming from?
So that's interesting to see. I think I notice it more on the fashion side, but it's also happening in home design trends. And I could think kind of on that note, what about color tile? I feel like that kind of has the retro feel to me, and I'm seeing it a lot.
Yeah, true. I mean, you'll see in the laundry room, I went with colorful tile.
Yeah, which actually is kind of retro.
Yeah,
I would say.
Yeah, true. I just wanted to do something fun and different.
Yeah.
In the and that was the room to do it in.
Yeah, so I'm seeing that a lot. I can get into that. Okay, another thing I'm seeing everywhere: plaster paintings. I know you hadn't seen them. I love it.
I'm really out of the loop.
No,
somehow.
I mean, I think it's just I build up these DIY projects that I don't really exactly have time for. In the back of my head, like, when I have more time, I'll do this. And they'll be out of style by then. But maybe I can have my 4-year-old help me with that.
But I do really like. You showed me a few things, and I do really like it.
I think it's fun. It's like it's not too wild and out there. You can put something on your wall that looks, clean lines. I think it goes really well with that warm minimalism style. That's
true. It's very simple. Yeah.
And then vintage is back, which I feel like we've had this conversation a lot recently because of all your home furnishings that you've needed to buy, but the supply chain issues, I think that's what drove vintage to be a little bit more popular than it has been before is because people are tired of waiting for stuff. Yeah. So they're having to look.
Well, plus the style's back in though. I mean, look, we're buying mid-century modern stuff new. There's a lot of stores now that are selling that stuff.
Yeah. So I love that one.
You can relate to that one. Yeah, I think it's a way to make a space unique.
Yeah. It makes it feel like you've spent a lot of time on it.
True.
And yet you've maybe purchased everything at one time, but it just gives it a different feel more well-rounded, I think. Yes. Maybe we should do a Pinterest board for this episode.
We should.
That would be easy, right?
Yeah. Oh, we should.
Yeah. So then you can see all the fall design trends in one place. Yeah. It's a lot to keep up with. I mean, of course, don't feel like you have to like redesign your house because of all the fall trends, but
yeah,
it's fun to add in a couple things.
Yeah, but I mean, we help a lot of people, buy houses. So they're, some are moving from far away and want everything new. So
yeah, or sometimes it's, if you're getting your house ready to list, people like to see trendy things sometimes, and if you can add a couple things in that make it seem more modern and updated, because that's what trendy really is, that helps.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for today.
That was good.
Yeah.
Lots of information. I even learned a ton.
Yeah. I learned how to pronounce boucle.
Yeah.
Boucle.
I knew the word existed. Now I learned about that.
Now you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll be back next week.
Sounds great.
All right. Thanks for joining us today. If you have a real estate question you'd like for us to answer, all of our contact information is in the show notes. If you aren't in the Austin area and need to be connected with a real estate professional where you are, we can help with that too, so send us a message.
We're located in the Austin area and licensed in Texas under Realty Austin. While some of this information could apply to where you live, be sure and talk to a local agent in your area. Visit the show notes for more information and additional disclosures.